Hi everyone, this is DiAnn and I have a book recommendation for you. I am so excited about this book and to share it with you. But first I have to give you a little backstory on me. Number one, I don't care for a lot of TV programs. I'm sorry, but I get bored or I want to rewrite the dialogue or something. Husband said, I think you'll like this show. It's called Tracker. Okay, I'll give it a try. So I fell in love with the TV series Tracker. And I saw that Jeffery Deaver had written the book. So you know what I have to do next? I have to read his book. So this is book one. It is called The Never Game, a Colter Shaw novel. So I'm going to read to you just a little bit from the first chapter. And I think you'll see why I fell in love with the story and then fell in love with the TV series. Or maybe it was the other way around. Here we go. Chapter 1. He asked the woman to repeat herself. That thing they throw, she said, with the burning rag in it. They throw? Like at riots, a bottle. You seen them on TV. Colter Shaw said, a Molotov cocktail? Yeah, Carol was saying. I think he had one. Was it burning, the rag part? No, but, Carol's voice was raspy, though she wasn't presently a smoker that Shaw had seen or smelled. She was draped with a green dress of limp cloth. Her natural expression seemed to be one of concern, yet this morning it was more troubled than usual. He was over there, she pointed. The Oak View RV trailer park, one of the scruffier that Shaw had stayed at, was ringed with trees, mostly scrub, oak, and pine. Some dead, all dry, and thick. Hard to see over there. You called the police? A pause. No, it wasn't what again? Molotov cocktail. If he didn't have one, it'd be embarrassing. And I call the cops enough for stuff here. Shaw knew dozens of RV park owners around the country, mostly couples, as it's a good gig for middle-aged marrieds. If there's just a single manager, like Carol, it was usually a she, and she was usually a widow. They tend to dial 911 for camp disputes more than their late husbands, men who often went about armed. On the other hand, she continued, fire, here, California was a tinderbox, as anybody who watched the news knew. You think of state parks and suburbs and agricultural fields. Cities, though, weren't immune to nature's conflagrations. Shaw believed that one of the worst brush fires in the history of the state had been in Oakland, very near where they were now standing. Sometimes I kick somebody out. They say they'll come back and get even, she added with astonishment, even when I caught them stealing 40 amps when they paid for 20. Some people really. He asked, and you want me to? I don't know, Mr. Shaw. Just take a look. Could you take a look, please? Shaw squinted through the flora and saw maybe motion that wasn't from the breeze. A person walking slowly? And if so, did the pace mean that he was moving tactically, that is, with some mischief in mind? Carol's eyes were on Shaw, regarding him in a particular way. This happened with some frequency. He was a civilian, never said he was anything else, but he had a cop fiber. Shaw circled to the front of the park and walked on the cracked and uneven sidewalk, then on the grassy shoulder of the unbusy road in this unbusy corner of the city. Yes, there was a man in dark jacket, blue jeans, and black stocking cap. Some 20 yards ahead, he wore boots that could be helpful on a hike through a brush and equally helpful to stomp an opponent. And yes, either he was armed with a gas bomb or he was holding a Corona and a napkin in the same hand. Early for beer in some places, not in this part of Oakland. Okay, that's all I'm reading you. But I know you've heard the excitement, the adventure, and the suspense in this Colton Shaw novel book 1 by Jeffery Deaver. It is amazing. You will want to pick up your copy today.